Hey everyone, my name is Nathan. I'm a junior here at the University of Texas at Austin, and I study international relations and global studies, as well as public relations. I took Spanish 601 prior to taking the two heritage courses, which are 604 and 612. Prior to taking the 604 class, I spoke to my professor, who was Jocely Miners, and she really persuaded me to take the 604 class. She showed me the book that we used, and I just kind of looked through it, and I really enjoyed the way the course was set up and the types of materials we would be learning, specifically cultural history of Mexico and Latin America, um, tons of grammar and more in-depth explanation of certain grammar rules and other things like that really persuaded me to take the class. And after taking 604, I realized that it was probably the best decision I'd ever made, and it's still to this day one of the best classes I've taken at UT.
Hi, I'm Diana. I took Spanish 604 and I'm in 612 right now.
And I'm Stephanie, and I have already done 604 and 612.
I think 604 was a good stepping stone because we already somewhat had a good understanding of Spanish. We spoke it, but we didn't know any of the grammar or any of that stuff. So it was a good starting point.
In public school, high school, middle school, even elementary school, we're not really given the opportunity to learn anything about the grammar or the culture or the history, anything to do with any Spanish-speaking countries. I think it's incredibly important not just for learning the language, but for learning stuff about our culture that's not necessarily taught in the American school system. So I think it's important for us to have these classes available to us.
I decided to take Spanish 612 because I believe that Spanish 612 for heritage learners it just goes way more in depth on Spanish and it allows you to expand your knowledge of the language even if you are a native speaker. There's there's so much more to learn that one cannot even imagine, like where it originated from and why we speak the way we do. I think it's very important for Spanish speakers to realize that this is the way to go. Heritage learners classes are super important because they just allow you to learn more.
I decided to go the heritage route for Spanish because I was originally in 601D, and the first day it seemed like it was going way too slowly for me. And the professor did suggest that if we had a Spanish background, like if we grew up around it at all, then maybe we should go try the heritage track. So since I have, I decided to do that. Now I'm not bilingual, and it did kind of scare me a little bit when I walk in and Spanish was the only thing that was spoken. But overall, I did pretty well in the class, and I would say don't let that scare you. Like you should just go challenge yourself, give it a try.